Alright, so I'm going to go into actual stories and examples of why I have a difficult time and why I don't really hang out with people and why I'm a person that's about having relationships but at the same time don't want to have it. And I know I've talked about this very, very many times. Alright, so let's talk, okay? So let's take this as an example. I talk to someone, okay? They seem very nice, cool, and they seem to be very friendly. And the conversation is it's good, okay? You know, so at the end of the conversation, you say goodbyes and you go your own way. So later on, you meet again and you talk and you tell them if they ever go out to the beach or any place in town or even places that are bike distance. Okay, I rode my bike to Bradenton. It's a 2.5 hour bike ride. Okay, just to hang out. Okay, I would do that, and they say absolutely, and we will totally call or we'll keep you in mind. You know, that type of stuff. You know, if you've been there, you tell them, hey, you want to hang out, and they'll be like, absolutely, we'll keep you in mind. And you finally think, wow, there's actual people that care about me, or that are willing to hang out with me and talk and blah blah blah. And think about it. They hang out with people all the time. So you think in your head, yay, like I'm gonna meet people, I'm gonna talk to people. I may actually have a relationship with somebody, Well, that's not exactly how it goes. First of all, they never call. No matter how close they are, they never call. And here I am wanting, same thing, community, people, and love, acceptance, and people to go with. Mini golfing, I don't care what it is. I just want to be invited to go somewhere, outside of church, because I think the most toxic relationships are in church. I really do. I want to do something outside church. Go to Busch Gardens. I know people go to Busch Gardens. I know everybody goes to Busch Gardens or Orlando, occasionally. I want people, friends, and I know they do this. And I know they do this because they post photos. They post stuff on Facebook. Oh, wow, we just went to Busch Gardens, or we went to, I don't know, wherever, with a group of people. And it's like, no, they don't call. And not just that, again, the fakeness in people, okay? So listen up. I have reached out, and it doesn't get better. I'm more of a memory to these people and really anything else, okay? I'm more of just an object, somebody that they don't care about. So in my head, okay, because they've gone places all over Venice, okay? And it's not going to be like, I don't want to be on a full-on trip, like 5-day trip or 3-day trip. I just want to hang out with people occasionally, But that never happens. So I'm more of just a memory. I'm more of just an object, to these people. They don't care. And so, mind my language. But I look at this and I'm just like, fuck it, Fuck it. I'm done. It's stupid. Then when I put something online, okay, this is after they go out and they hang out with friends and everything and blah, 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 and they never call. And then it's like, how are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, we're doing good and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I wanted to go to the beach with you, but you never called. That type of stuff. And I'm not going to barge in. I'm not going to be like, hey, you're going to the beach. Can I come? I'm not going to do that. I feel like I'm barging in. I feel like, all that type of stuff, I whatever. But, then I put something online. And this is simple stuff, I say, why doesn't anybody want to be with me? That type of stuff. Like, why does anybody want to call up? Why doesn't anybody want to go to the beach with me? And then everybody calls up. And to be very honest, it's just a big bunch of okay? After all, They hang out and they talk, they go out to places, they go to restaurants, they hang out, they go mini golfing, they go swimming, they go anywhere, just for a day, and they hang out with families. I'm not kidding you. These people hang out with each other like crazy. But you know what? I'm a 25-year-old. I'm looking for people to hang out with just for a couple days out of the week, to keep myself, actually stable and mentally straight. And no one gives a shit about me, and I'm just like, fuck it, And it's a big bunch of shit. When people come up and they try to call and they say, hey, we care about you, you want to hang out? It's like, now you do? Now you do. Okay, wow. Awesome, great, awesome. You. I'm more of a ghost than anything to these people. I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of a ghost, and I go away. That's kind of what it is, you know. I appear and I say, "Hey, how are you?" And they say, "Good." And you'd be like, "Hey, can I hang out with you?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then they don't ever call me back, you know. And I'm not even human to anybody, really. I mean, I get mocked. I get made fun of. I wear black, and I'm gonna be honest. There was a lady. I'm not gonna mention to her. I'm not gonna mention the name or who she is, but she was a big person in kind of like the church, and you know, it's simple stuff like that. That pisses me off. You know, it's stupid. You know, she goes up and she says, you know, "How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm good." You know, obviously I'm not good. I fucking hate my life right now. But you know, it's like I'm good. And then she's like, "Oh, you're wearing all black. Cool." Like, is it just me, or am I just letting this stuff get to me too much? You know? And then she walks away. Like, what the hell? Am I nobody? But let's be honest. When I pass anybody and everyone was like, you know, again, like, "Oh man, we care, man, we care." You know, after I post something, after I've tried reaching out so many times, you know, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we care, man, we call you, we care. Here's my number, man. Call if you never need anything." You know, it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You do? You do care. Oh wow, cool. When have you ever invited me to go on the island and hang out? When have you ever wanted to go to the beach? When have you ever, you know, when you got together with all these other families from church, when have you ever called me and said, "Hey, families from church or whatever, blah blah blah, are coming, join us. You know, do you want to join us?" When has that ever happened? It has never happened. You know, and then I have these same people, when I post something online, getting to me and saying, "Hey, we care." No, you don't. No, you don't. Shut your mouth. You know, shut your mouth. You don't. You don't care. You don't. You never have. You never will. Don't even try. You know, and that's the answer they're gonna get from me. Is every time they say, "Hey, how are you?" I'm gonna say, "Good," and walk away. And then they blame me. You know, they blame me for not opening it up, and you wonder why these people post on social media, going to places like crazy, near or even a little bit far, and they don't even call. And then you have the guts to say you care. I recently had this happen when a so-and-so, I'm going to say person 1, person 2. So person 1, okay, has a good heart, okay, and it's in the right place, but still doesn't understand why I don't hang out with people, or don't want to hang out with people, or don't reach out to people who I used to hang out with. But not only go to church, but, you know, I want to go, you know, again, bowling, swimming, break bread, okay? Spend quality time with people occasionally, every couple days, you know, throughout the week, who actually care, you know what I mean? Will actually call up and say, "Hey, this is happening." It's like I have to do all the work. No, okay. So I don't want people who come running when they see a post, you know, asking, "Are you okay?" and then leave, you know, after I say I'm good. You know, I'm dying, you know. People, to me, are pathetic. And from what happened, and I know this guy, you know, person number 2, has a good heart, but he's never called. He's never wanted to talk. He's never called. He's never chatted, which was to me a sign that, you know, it's not meant to be. So person number 1 gets a hold of person number 2 and says, "Hey, you know, he's looking for people to hang out with, you know, blah blah blah." And then all he has to do, all he does is person number 2 calls up and says, "Hey, you know, how are you doing?" Blah blah blah. And in my head, I'm just like, person number 1 called you, didn't they? They told you to call me. And he admits, yes, person number 1 told me about you, and that you wanted to spend time with people. Okay, cool. And he's like, "You want to go to youth group, you know, anytime." I'm not looking to go to church. There's a time and a place to go to church, and to do Bible studies, and to go to youth group. I do everything of that by myself. I'm not looking to go to another youth group. I'm not looking to go anywhere. Why? Because my opinion always gets me in trouble. So I might as well keep my mouth shut. I'm looking for people to hang out with, go to the beach, break bread, have fun, go bowling, have a life outside of church. This is another example that nobody listens. This is why I don't care. This is why I don't try anymore. So anybody who wants to call up my Facebook and everything and say, "Hey, we're here for you," screw off. I'm on my own, and I've accepted that. You pass by and you say, "How are you doing?" I'm gonna answer good when even though I'm dead inside. And people are going to say, why do you talk online and not talk to people? Because people suck. People suck. They do. People are pathetic. No, I understand that people have kids and they have to attend to this, but you go to the beach like crazy. You go places. And no one gives me a call. Yeah, it really shows how much you care. No, I'm done. You know, I'm alone. I'm just going to accept that. I need to accept that. I really do. You know, and that's something that people say that's the devil's, you know, one thing is to make you feel alone. Well, I'm not the one that wants to be alone. Oh yeah, it's the devil's trick to make you feel alone. Yeah, I'm alone because none of you care. The majority of people live in Venice, and the majority of them do stuff in Venice or up in Sarasota. I rode my bike to Bradenton. That's past Sarasota. People know that I have the guts to go and ride my bike all the way there. If none of you can give me a ride, people know my dedication. Pisses me off.